Tēnā koutou pia o te wānanga, ko Lana ho. I'm just giving my thoughts on doing this Karakia Wero and what this journey has done for me so far. Taha hinengaro. I've learnt by saying these karakia every day that I'm actually speaking te reo Māori, and that's just a beautiful feeling. Through the karakia I've learnt to read it, write it and understand it. And through the audio and the visuals that we have online with Te Umuariki, I can go back to them anytime and redo them if I think I've done them wrong. I can go back and test myself, and that's what I do. Before I even started this course, I belonged to another te reo platform, and I just couldn't seem to grasp it properly. But this way, through learning the karakia, it just seems so much easier for me, and to grasp it up here is awesome. So that's the taha hinengaro. Taha WAIRUA. Is there a WAIRUA? Have I felt it? I sure have. Each of these karakia, for me, they have each got their own Māori. From the minute I wake up, it's ki te atua. That's my karakia to wake me up and get me going for the day. And I just think, yes, thank you. I'm here, I'm awake, I'm present. You know, I walk out the door and go off to work, and I think, yay, new beginnings, he tīmatanga hou. And then I go off and do my mahi, and I think, look at the surroundings. Mihi ki te taiao, the universe, you know, I look at what's around me and I think, whoa, you know, I'm thankful for the water that runs through our farm to help the lands, to help the grass grow, to feed our animals, the water, so much I'm thankful for. To come home for breakfast, you know, and I say our karakia, no maenga hua, and I just think, thank you. Thank you for the abundance of food I have. It mightn't be much, but to me, it's a lot. And the sources where we get it from, you know, just makes me think, you know, we are so lucky to have so much around us these days. And then I go to have my nana nap, and in my mind, I think, you know, I'm so lucky to be able to have the knowledge I've got now through learning te reo Māori. Mihi ki te mātauranga, you know, the education I get through looking at all these videos and trying to understand them. I'm getting there, and it's just been awesome. Taha tinana. Kau taha wairua still, sticking with taha wairua. A few things have come up from me experiencing the wairua. One of the karakia ki te atua, when I was down the cowshed doing my wero, that's a very special karakia for me. When my grandmother was passing, she woke up and she said that karakia, and it was about 2 in the morning, and I was on her watch, keeping an eye on her and making sure all was well. Well, she just sat up and away she went. She said this karakia, and from that moment I promised myself I'm going to learn that karakia and I'm going to learn te reo Māori. Now down at the cowshed when I was doing that wero, I did the first 4 and I got up to that one, and then out the blue the manu started. Now my grandmother loved the manu. She had them all around her house. They all came outside, and when this one started, and I thought, here we go, and I took my eye off the ball for a minute when it sung out, and I thought, oh, my nanny's here. And then I could just feel her presence, and I thought, yes, you know, but I just thought, whoa. But anyway, that was that was her wairua that came to me, and yeah, and it was, for me, it was like, thank you, Nanny, you know, I've got there, finally I've got there, learning that karakia. Also, when I'm back home in the bush, I go to the bush, my daughter's in the bush, and when I'm walking down their track, and I just think, oh wow, are the leaves waving at me, you know, the branches as I'm walking past, it's like a karanga, you know, welcome. So I look and I think, oh, hang. When I was also back home, I went to our urupa, and in the whare karakia, I did a wero in there as well. And when I was singing, I sat down and I sung ki te atua. And it was, for me, it was just like I just heard so much. It was like the church was full. I just felt the presence of so many of my whānau, of my tūpuna. It was beautiful. That was a beautiful experience for me. So for me, yes, there is a wairua, and yes, spiritually, it has helped me to know, you know, yeah, just to know that there is a spirit there to help me if I'm feeling down. And I just think, oh well, you know, next thing, boom, get up, Lana, you know, keep going. So, and I do. So for me, there is a wairua. Taha tinana. For me, I've got a mokopuna here, Jacob, and he's just loving watching all my videos that I've done with Te Umuariki through the Karakia Challenge. He's asked me to go through them with him, to teach him, and so I have been teaching him, and he's just loving them. I'm putting together some simple sentences for him that we go through each day, and his favourite ones are mōrena and pōmārie at night time with all the whānau when he's here. Also, I've printed off all my karakia weros, all the karakia. I've printed them off, laminated them, and they come with me wherever I go. Now my mokopuna, he takes them to bed, he plays with them, and even just learning the colours of these karakia, he loves them. And I will show you some photos later on after this video. When I was back in New Zealand also, I showed my auntie my wero that I'm doing online. She just loved them, and the tears, you know, she was so proud of me, and I was proud of myself. I showed my daughter back in New Zealand. She thinks they're amazing. So yeah, so that's what I'm doing for my taha tinana, taha whānau. I had my tāne come and do a video with me in Te Reo Māori. He did some learning kupu, and he loved that, and that was quite a challenge, and he got through that. My moko, like I said, you know, with the karakia and doing simple sentences. Also, when I was back in New Zealand, I went back to my marae and did my pepeha with a whanaungatanga who I haven't really had a lot to do with till I've gone back, and that was awesome doing that with her. She did a little karanga with me to welcome me on to the marae, and that was beautiful. The Zoom platform, I've learnt a lot through that, through meeting so many other people and having their connections through their Te Reo Māori experiences as well has been awesome. I've just loved meeting all of them. Talking to my whānau back in New Zealand via Messenger. I've got some up Whirinaki, you know, hard out Te Reo Māori speakers. So I message her and, you know, have a kōrero to her, ask her different things. yeah, so my family love to know that I'm doing all of that. And the last taha rangatiratanga, for me, it has taught me to be more confident. And one such event was at my auntie's tangi, and when it came to my turn to have a kōrero, I was so proud of myself because I stood up and I had a kōrero, and then I did one of the karakia from here, from the wero, and I just said it, and then I did a waiata after, and it was boom, done. Yay! You know, it just made me feel so proud to do that. And it was standing up in front of a lot of people, and it's given me pride in myself to stand up and have a kōrero in front of people now, whereas before, yeah, no, I wasn't so confident. It's encouraged me to spread my reo with a lot of others too, different ones even here in Australia, and I say certain words and they go, oh, what was that? You know, so we have a smile with some of the Australians over here. What else? It has uplifted my spirits, learning te reo, and I'm just looking forward to what else I'm going to learn through all of this, and all the narratives that our old folk, you know, how they put them into karakia, and for us to understand them in their ways, it's just been so enlightening. So if you're looking for a way to learn your reo, I suggest you come and have a look at this challenge and take it up, because it is awesome, a good way to learn te reo Māori, and you meet so many awesome people, and a big mihi atu te Umuariki mai, because he has done so much mahi putting all of this together. But anyway, nō reira, tēnā koutou, tēnā koutou, tēnā koutou katoa.